So as we move on to the second day, let's talk about parent care or self-care for parents. Amidst keeping your child engaged, it's also very important you use this time as time for you as a person to actually reinvent himself or herself. Parents often say, "Oh, I wish I had a day off." So use this time as your wish of having that day off. Don't stress unnecessarily or worry for no reason. It's time to do that. So what can you do to remain calm, to remain cool, to actually help yourself heal during this time? Do something different every day. If your regular routine has been cooking, cleaning, washing up, do something different during these days. Do something different for yourself. Do something different with your family at home, of course. So if you have been going to the grocery alone and buying and stocking up on stuff alone, well, this is the time to actually train your child and maybe if you're living in a nuclear family, train, if you've got siblings, train them to actually work upon those skills. That will definitely help you in the long run. Now, let's talk about something different in terms of your own self-care. What have you been doing for self-care? As a parent, what have you been doing to remain very calm, to remain cool, to remain collected, to remain sane, mostly during your parenting days? What have you been doing? So if you've been doing things like maybe perhaps visiting the spa, which you can't right now, visiting the salon, which you can't right now. So what can you do to do something different, but at the same time to ensure it's a part of your self-care routine? So maybe perhaps you could actually draw up a chart wherein you start actually thinking about your own clean eating. Maybe you start following someone on Instagram, or you actually book up or you look up certain nutritionists and you set a goal for yourself that this is my part of my self-care. If you're not interested in that and you're already into fitness and you're eating clean already, then why not look at something different to pamper yourself? Perhaps, get a bath bomb or get a set of bath bombs and use that to have a nice, long, relaxing bath. So that bath is not just a part of the daily routine, but it's something which you're giving yourself back. You're giving yourself something special, during this time. You're actually rediscovering what you like. If you're not into that either, well then, think up on the hobbies that you had when you were a child. So if you were into painting, if you were into dancing, if you were into skating, whatever it was, maybe start that again. And if you don't have those items with you, well, don't worry. I'm sure if that has been your hobby during your childhood, you'll definitely get a way to modify and do it during this time as a part of your self-care routine. And whether you're a mom, whether you're a dad, remember self-care is very important, because when you start sacrificing for your child, that is the moment when you actually may be having a lot of unrealized, I would say maybe disappointment somewhere. So don't do that. Self-care is about caring for yourself, it's about loving yourself, and do that on these days. So I hope you like this video on self-care. Don't forget to share in your ideas, to give me some of your suggestions, and they are always welcome. And don't forget, self-care is one of the most important but least talked about aspects of parenting. So that is why I encourage all the wonderful parents watching this video to kindly give a thought about self-care during this time at home, and think about it and definitely drop in your suggestions. Thank you for watching the video.